Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Utah Utes, taking on the number 10 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Bites off a defender. They stop him right at the 24.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the grab. He brings him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
First and 10 play coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Escapes the pocket. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the Noles lining up here on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Powering through. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area. Decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 35 now. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30.
Boy, another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Noles are in the red zone now. In the red area, it's Miles. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
This is a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Oh, great chance at an interception. Could not hold on in the end zone. Will set up a third down call.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Third down play here out of the shotgun. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
The quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with a first sack of the game.
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. This one is right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They'll return it from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Important second down play coming up. On the ground, it's Mitchell. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They're going to run it here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
And it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
I love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it's a touchdown. But wait, looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Defense not pressing this time. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The sure hands. It's Mitchell. He's swarmed by the defense.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Quick throw to the left side. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
On the run, it's McCoy. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
And this one down about the 10.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. And of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for the wideout. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And this time it's complete.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Pitch play to the back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Inside the 10. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
See if they can convert the point after. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking for a gap. It's Mitchell. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
10, Utah, 0.
We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Crosses the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Just runs through a man, a mismatch. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes. They're setting out to try to BAT. BAT is good. They still trail, though. kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Last possession was a one-play touchdown drive on the ground. See if the offensive line can continue to create some big lanes. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Extending the play now. He saw it, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first to keep this drive moving.
They tackle him at the 43. That's enough for a first down.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers.
And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Second down play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. It's a shotgun run call. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. He'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Back to throw. It's Glenn. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there, maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
He's moving out of the pocket. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston and Charlie Ward. And so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
The back's got it. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
And the runner takes off to his right. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action. Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Mitchell. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. And the Utes are in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The tight end has got it. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Caught near the sticks. It's Mitchell. They wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
He's got it right near the end zone. Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They rallied the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
And the quarterback will just sneak it here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah. And now to try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. He stalled and then goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
First down and 10 now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a short completion of the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Dropping back, it's Glenn. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Looking to throw yet again. Catch made on the left side. Run out of the 47 and now will lead the sticks. The Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
And the Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trap. Trying to run it. It's McCoy. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. They'll try the option play here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
That's a good call on the option, but the quarterback doesn't execute that well. I don't know if he was fooled by the way that defensive end slow played it or not, but the end deserves a lot of credit for coming up with a great tackle.
Ball's incomplete. A lot of...
Incomplete. Third down coming up.
Here comes an important third down play. The coach does not want to send the field goal kicker out there after what happened last time. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. And the Noles will come to the line looking to convert on fourth down. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking to scramble. But it's incomplete. A fourth down stop. Turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
First down. Looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. He'll take a deep shot. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Now, the offensive coordinator told us before the game they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage. But they couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
And he's going to launch it deep again. Oh, that one's picked off. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Noles will kick this away to get the second half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Utah offense takes the field. Here's that defense shifting again. They get the second half started with their running play. Hard running through a tackle. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end.
And now it's fumbled. What a decision. The defense recovers the fumble.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place at just the right time.
First down here for this offense. Quick throw, the catch is made. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Here's the second down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to throw. It's Jackson. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
It's a small gain by the fullback, but nice to see him and his hands make a play.
That completion sets up an important third down play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Seminoles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a fourth down attempt. They'll try it again here. Looking to throw. It's Jackson. Launching one to the end zone. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Chris, the design of this play is perfect. Everything you want to see. The quarterback puts the ball on the money. The ball is right in his arms. All he has to do is catch it for a touchdown, and he drops it on fourth down.
Finding some room with the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
He's brought down out at the 46.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Third down play for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Through his receiver that time.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Throws it to the right. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Utes offense takes the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end, and got stopped. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Utes. This quarterback on fire today.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Bringing it out. It's Gibson. And he's tackled at the 6th. Bad field position. Don't know why he brought that out. And now from the pistol formation. Trying to find some room. It's McCoy. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
What I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
And he'll drop back here on third down. He's got it for a big gain. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball up to the 28.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Scrambling around now, looking downfield. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Goes out after a nice gain. A sign of life here by the offense. And the Seminoles will line up on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Nice grab. It's McCoy. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The completion makes it second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pass is incomplete. He caught it, but couldn't get his feet down.
There, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Now, looks like the head coach made a smart move in that challenge. Officials are going to overturn their previous ruling after getting a look at that replay. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Quick, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. So here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Knowles. That kind of execution in the long drive, that's why this team made the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
The coach deciding to go for 2 here to cut the margin to 3 points. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Utah offense takes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Now it's second down here. They'll run it here. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Everyone moves the ball across the 40.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield for 41.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Utah 21, Florida State 18.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. DB's backing off from the line now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
Hey, great job here by this defense. It's going to be fourth down and 1. They bent, but they did not break. We'll see if the offense elects to go for it here on this fourth down play.
A running play called on fourth down. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad... Quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's third and long now. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Took contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. Takes the returner out of play. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
First down loss sets up second and long from the 11. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to the left side. He pulls it in for a big gain. Makes the first down, but Cozy Price, big hit there at the end.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crossing the 40. Tackle made after a big gain. And the Knowles have first and 10 here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made down inside the 20. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Makes the grab, a chance to score. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big fourth down stop.
Oh, so close to executing here on a fourth down play in the fourth quarter. You're only down a possession. Now you got to rely on your defense to come up with a stop and get your offense back on the field.
And the Utah offense takes the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds. The clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Just really good tight coverage here by the defender. Took away any potential option for the receiver to make a play. In fact, the quarterback's only choice was to throw it over the target, and he ends up overthrowing it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Picked off, a crucial turnover. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, when you take a chance, sometimes things tend to backfire. Conventional wisdom says to run the ball, no matter what the down and distance is, to work that clock and win this game the shortest way. You take the chance, you're aggressive, and it ends up backfiring with the interception.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a fourth down try. Can they get something going here? And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Florida State. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Number 14 makes the catch and takes it in for the score.
And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 through the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's got it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Utah offense takes the field. It comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? And is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down play coming up for this offense. The linebacker shifting around now. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Send the back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And this one is right through.
Snap, hold the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with a field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Utes offense takes the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway from the 26-yard line is huge.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
The job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration.
Well, this is what you hope for. Have a chance to just take a knee in this game and advance in the playoff.
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to